With the draft coming soon and the Warriors fresh on a championship run, they're now evaluating several prospects. One of the more polarizing prospects is Kai Soto, who if drafted will be the first homegrown Filipino player drafted to the NBA. In this video, you're going to find out exactly who is Kai Soto, what he brings to the table, and his potential fit on the Golden State Warriors. First, who is Kai Soto? Soto is a 20-year-old 7'2" center from the Philippines. His father was also a professional basketball player in the Philippines, and Soto started playing ball from the age of 4. As a teen, Kai Soto quickly became a local star, so his family moved him to the US to showcase his talent. In 2019, he joined the Skills Factory, a preparatory program in Atlanta. Despite getting offers from several major schools, Soto chose to forego playing college basketball and decided to play for the G League instead. But Soto would never actually suit up for the G League, and in 2021 opted to play for the NBL in Australia, and on April 28th, Soto declared for the 2022 NBA draft. Unfortunately, he's not currently projected to get drafted. ESPN doesn't even have Kai Soto in their top 100 prospects. Soto also didn't get an invite for the draft combine, but he has worked out with several teams during the draft process, including the Kings and the New York Knicks, and is set to work out with at least 11 teams. But it's unclear at this point if Golden State is one of those teams. So what is his game like? Soto is a very intriguing prospect with potential to be a great two-way player, but his game does need refinement. He played a very limited role this season in the NBL, averaging 7 points and 5 boards in just 15 minutes a game, but he did show plenty of flashes in the minutes he did get. He's got a great physical profile for a big at 7'2" with a long 7'5" wingspan. Thanks to that great size, he's a great finisher at the rim, especially as a roll man out of the pick and roll. His size and leaping ability allow him to catch and throw down powerful dunks, but it doesn't always have to be a dunk because he's got good touch around the basket. He can also finish with floaters and hook shots when he can't get all the way to the rim. Perhaps what makes his game the most intriguing is his ability to shoot from deep, and he has a high release point which should allow him to get his shot off against NBA defenders easily. He shot 38% from 3 in the NBL, but the sample size was small as he shot less than 1 3-pointer a game. And he's not just a shooting big because he's also shown the ability to attack closing out defenders by putting the ball on the floor and finishing at the rim. An underrated part of his game is his passing. We didn't see much of this in the NBL, but Soto did show flashes of making the right reads and finding open cutters and shooters with the ball in the high post. He's got a very good understanding of the game for a young big man. On the less glamorous end, Kai Soto is a great rim protector. His size and length allows him to block shots and regularly force misses at the rim. Soto was mostly used as a drop defender in pick and rolls, but he did show flashes of being able to switch onto perimeter players as he's pretty agile for a big man his size. Soto's ability to shoot from deep while also protecting the rim is probably what gives him the most hope for having a high NBA upside. Rim protectors that can space the floor is a rarity in today's NBA. Having a player like that can bring a team's offense to another level because it can allow them to open the floor up by playing 5 outs while not compromising the defense because there's still a shot blocker on the floor. If everything goes right for Soto, he could possibly turn into a shot blocking stretch 5, similar to a player like Miles Turner, which could give him a long career in the NBA. But Soto could have an even higher upside if areas of his game like his passing, driving, and shot creation continue to develop. Best case scenario, I could see Soto becoming a dominant big man similar to a Chris Bosh or a Kristaps Porzingis. His amazing size for the position should allow him to get his shot off reliably like some of the other all-star bigs. He just has to continue to improve and he needs to get a lot stronger. And the good news is that Soto reportedly has a strong work ethic, so he'll be willing to put in the work to improve his game. On the downside, there's always going to be an injury concern for a player that tall, as centers that stand over 7 feet tend to have injury-riddled careers. For the Golden State Warriors, Soto could be a great prospect for them to take on. They don't have any stretch centers on the roster, so having a player like Soto can make their dynamic offense even better. In theory, James Wiseman should be Golden State's stretch 5, but injuries have ruined his growth over the past 2 years. The Warriors could be the perfect organization for Soto to develop, because Golden State tends to be patient with their rookies. Instead of immediately asking them to play major minutes, Golden State likes to bring their rookies along slowly so they can learn from the vets and build good habits. Soto can learn a lot from players like Draymond Green, and he will probably spend some time in the G League. Now, will the Warriors actually draft him? It's highly unlikely they use their 28th pick on him, but it is possible they get him with the 51st pick. If not, the Dubs could probably sign him as an undrafted free agent. Either way, he's definitely a prospect the Dubs should strongly consider. Picking him up would be a low-risk, high-reward move. If the Dubs do take Kai Soto, they can add him to a talented young core that includes guys like James Wiseman and Jonathan Kuminga. Click this video right here to see why the Warriors have a talented young core that'll extend their dynasty.